It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo Parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science Potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you and welcome to this special edition of Science Bowl. The two teams you're about to meet have won once already, and today's winner moves on to play Capitol Heights in this year's elementary school competition as we head into the semifinals. Let's meet today's teams. First from Beacon Heights Elementary, say hello to Ben Wahoo Ngali, Anissa Ali, and Victor Cardozo. And from Samuel Massie, here they are, Khalid Taylor, Donnell Powell, and Mikkel Demissy. And now here are the categories of questions we use on Science Bowl.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo Parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing and digesting your food. Let's get physical. Questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's Science Potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
Here on Science Bowl, our game board reflects question difficulty with the easier questions on the left, worth 5 and 10, and the tougher ones worth 15, 20, ultimately 25, the toughest question of them all. Both of our teams start out at 50 points, no penalties ever for incorrect answers. At the end of the 2 rounds, one of these 2 schools will come back to play Capitol Heights in the semifinals. Let's make sure everything's working properly. Before we start, Anissa, would you try your buzzer? Thank you. Good luck to you, to Victor, and to Ben. And Donnell, would you try yours? And they're all pushing it over there. Donnell and Mikkel and Khalid, good luck to you as well. Congratulations, guys, for making it this far in the competition. That testifies to your skill and all the hard work you've done. You're great ambassadors for your schools. Let's have a good game today. We go alphabetically B before S, so Beacon Heights and Anissa, would you start us out?
Let's get physical for 10 points.
Get physical for 10 points. Teams, consumers are unhappy that kilowatt-hour rates are going up this year for people using this utility. Samuel Massie.
Microwave?
Give me more information. Anything else you want to add? Not quite there. Beacon Heights, kilowatt-hour rates are going up for people using this utility.
Electricity?
Electricity, absolutely right. I was hoping you would say microwaves powered by electricity, but thanks for your attempt there. Go Red.
Science Potpourri for 5 points.
Potpourri for 5. Teams, what same word is the name of one of Santa's reindeers and a celestial body with... Beacon Heights?
Comet.
A comet, a celestial body with a tail. Ben was way ahead of me that time. Good. Go. Red.
Dateline Science for 5 points.
Dateline for 5 points. Teams, recently a man said he found a dead mouse in a can of Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew said, if there had been a mouse in that soda, it is so acidic that the mouse would have what? Samuel Massie?
Dissolved?
Dissolved, absolutely right. Wonderful thought, isn't it, that you're drinking something that could dissolve a mouse. All right, 55 for Massie, 65 Beacon Heights. Donnell, go.
Green things for 10.
Green things for 10 points. Seems your question is as follows. Some of you may remember the symbol of the frozen food, the Jolly Green Giant. Maybe he was a Jolly Green Giant because this coursed through his veins. What substance filled his veins? Beacon Heights.
Chlorophyll?
Chlorophyll, that's right. That probably was not the case, but it could have been a good explanation. Thanks for your help there, Victor, too. Go Red.
Zoo Parade for 5 points.
Zoo Parade for 5. Teams, one of the names suggested for the new baby animal at the National Zoo was appropriate. Inkling, because the new animal was what? 8-legged cephalopod. Samuel Massie.
I would like to pass it to Khalid.
Khalid.
Squid.
Not a squid. Good try. Beacon Heights Inkling was the name suggested for what new baby? An 8-legged cephalopod.
Octopus?
An octopus, that's right. Oh, don't beat yourself up. That was a good guess. The name they actually picked was Pandora. I liked Inkling better. Go red.
Body systems for 5 points.
Body systems for 5 points. Teams breathing and conspiracy somehow go together, because if you've got a secret, someone says don't blank a word of it. Samuel Massie. Yes,
Don't
sir.
say.
Not say. Beacon Heights, don't blank a word of it if you've got a secret.
Don't breathe.
Don't breathe a word of it, yes. I think I should have said respiration there instead of breathing. I actually gave your answer away, but good comeback anyhow. Go red, 85 points.
Let's get physical for 5 points.
Get physical for 5 points. Teams, what uplifting gas is in such short supply, Beacon Heights?
Helium.
Helium, that next year's balloons in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade might not be able to be filled. Absolutely right. Good red. Go.
Body systems for 10 points.
Body systems for 10 points. Teams, a stirrup is a place where you put your foot if you're riding a horse. It's also the name of a tiny bone found where in your body? Where is the stirrup? Samuel Massie. Where is the tiny stirrup bone?
In your foot.
Not in your foot. Good try. Where's the tiny stirrup bone, Beacon Heights?
I'd like to pass it on to Victor.
Victor.
The elbow.
In your ear, the hammer, the anvil, and the stirrup, the 3 tiniest bones in your body. Go again, red. 90 points you are. Anissa.
Green things for 5 points.
Green things for 5. Teams, a part of a tree is often invoked in a sentence that refers to being overextended or a dangerous situation. You're said to be out on a what? Out on a what, Beacon Heights?
I'd like to pass it on to Ben.
Ben.
Branch. I mean, a limb.
A limb, that's right. Yes, just as the judges were saying, not quite. Out on a limb is it. Good, go for 5 more points. Beacon.
Zoo parade for 10 points.
Zoo parade for 10 points. Teams, look at the monitor in the studio if you would, please. Teams, this giant fish is a Goliath grouper. And some biblical scholars say it was this kind of fish and not a what that swallowed Noah. Samuel Massie.
Is it a whale?
It is indeed a whale. A whale swallowed Noah, but some people think it might actually have been a Goliath grouper. Good comeback there, guys. Good, go. 65 points. Donnell.
20.
Green things for 20. This will be the last question before we take our break. Teams, farmers are constantly looking for new versions of this H-initial kind of chemical that kills weeds, because weeds continue to develop resistance to these H-initial kinds of chemicals. What are these weed killers for 20 points, Beacon Heights?
Hormones?
What are you saying now?
Hormones?
Not hormones. Good try, good try. Samuel Massie, what H-initial chemical kills weeds, and weeds seem to develop resistances to them?
Hemorrhoids?
Oh, hemorrhoids is a good try, too. Correct answer is herbicides. Herbicides. And with that, we come to the end of the first round. Beacon Heights is at 95. Samuel Massie at 65. We've got more Science Bowl straight ahead. We'll be right back.
Diet and exercise are never easy. Then again, neither is dying. Sadly, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and stroke kill nearly 1 million people a year. Most of these deaths could be prevented. Please, talk to your doctor about your risk for diabetes and heart disease. And if your doctor recommends lifestyle changes or medication, listen. The reason so many die is because not enough are willing to change. You can stop it, starting right now. It's your life. Listen to your doctor. Eat better. Get moving.
I always thought being a good mother meant raising my baby myself. But when I got pregnant, I realized I wasn't ready to be a parent. So I did something I thought I could never do. I chose adoption. It was really hard, but I know my baby is with a loving family and has a very bright future.
Sometimes choosing adoption is being a good mother. Visit us at ichooseadoption.org.
Welcome back to Science Bowl. Nice to have you here today. Special edition, 2 winning teams vying for the chance to move on to the semifinals. Let's find out about them. If you missed them the first time they were here, let's go to Beacon Heights, school that's only been here for a couple years. Anissa, you guys are just dynamite. Tell me about how you prepared for this.
Well, I watched at home on YouTube, and I tried to answer the questions.
And I understand from your sponsor, Mr. Biller, that you actually set up like a mock Science Bowl board, and some of you guys played me, and you played each other. It sounds like you really did it right, and it certainly shows. You guys are just tremendous. Tell me who your principal is at Beacon Heights.
Mrs. Stewie.
Mrs. Stewie. And she's here. She was certainly the first time. We hope she's back again. Mr. Biller is here, your sponsor. And there was another sponsor, too, wasn't it?
Miss Jennerette.
That's right. And she's actually helped us judge the Science Bowl. So you're all involved in Science Bowl over there. Yeah. Any alternates on your team?
Yeah, we have Randy, but he's not here, Manga, and Anijah.
Wonderful. We'll meet them all in just a few moments' time. Tell me about Beacon Heights. First of all, where is it? I think a lot of people are probably scratching their heads.
It's in Riverdale, Maryland.
Yeah. In fact, I know at the Baltimore-Washington Parkway, where you get off at Riverdale Road there, it's kind of up there, and it's a little difficult to find. I think your GPS would help a lot, because if I remember, getting in was not the same way you get out. So, but it's a well-hidden secret. It's a great school. Tell me what you like about the school.
Well, I like the teachers, and I like the teaching methods that they use, because they really make it easier.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, if learning is fun and easy, that makes you want to do more of it. You want to be a pathologist someday, yeah?
Yes.
How'd you get interested in that?
Well, because I really like the human body, and I would love to determine how the cause of death.
Yeah, because sometimes, you know, we're still baffled. You know, as much science as we know, we still have not cured things like cancer and other things, and certainly pathology gives us a better insight into that. Ben, you too want to be a doctor. Have you always wanted to be a doctor?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the thing that triggered it for you?
My whole family, most of my family's all doctors, nurses.
So it's a family tradition. It's the family business, if you were. And tell me about, do you like to read?
Yeah, I like to read.
Yeah. What kind of books do you like?
Medical books, because I really want to go into get into medical school.
Yeah. So you're already preparing now, because you know it's a long haul, as your family will tell you. So the sooner you start, the better. But I hope you're having some fun, too, along the way. Nice to have you with us. Victor, tell us about yourself. What brings you here? You were here once before, last year. You're back. Is it easier the second time?
Yeah, because you don't get that nervous.
Yeah. Now, nerves are good because they kind of keep you on edge and you give your best performance, but you don't want to be petrified either when you're here. And hopefully students aren't that. What do you want to do someday, Victor?
I want to become a paleontologist.
Yeah. Have you ever been to a dig and actually pulled some bones out of the ground?
No.
No. I know there's a place in Vansville, here in Beltsville, a dinosaur park where you can go one Saturday a month, and some of the young people there have actually found dinosaur bones. Dinosaurs actually lived here in Prince George's County. So I hope you have a chance to do that, or those of you watching, it's just a great sight. Victor, nice to have you back again. Samuel Massie, you guys are playing a great game, as always. And Donnell and Mikkel, you were here last year, and certainly that experience helps, like with Victor and Ben. How'd you prepare for today, Donnell?
We did a lot of things with different types of materials like buzzers, and we watched videos, and we just did questions, and we tried to answer the questions off the videos, and whenever we got it wrong, we charted it down, so if it comes back up, we know what it is. Absolutely right. There's no magic or easy way to do this. It's just practice, practice, and watching and listening to the clues and the questions, which you guys do very nicely. Donnell, tell me who your principal is. Miss Michelle Pegram. Absolutely. And who are the sponsors of your team? Miss Mufate and Mr. Douglas. Wonderful. And Miss Mufate is here, and she's very proud of you guys, as well she should be. And any alternates on your team? Watia and Aja. And then we'll bring them out in just a few moments' time. And this young man wants to be an FBI agent. How'd you get interested in that? My mom, she works as a detective, and she does a lot of work in the field, and she's always at the court and at the jail trying to work with the defendant. Wow, so you're going to follow in her footsteps. I know how proud she must be to know you want to do that, Dawn. Now, you're doing such a great job here today. Mikkel, nice to have you back with us. Young man who has an artistic talent. You want to be a graphic artist? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you draw things now? Yes. What do you draw? I draw anime.
Anime. And for people who don't know what that is, what is it?
It's like a Japanese cartoon.
Absolutely right. Yes, very popular, in fact. What do you do if you're not drawing?
I use my laptop and watch TV.
Absolutely. What modern kids do today. That's right. We're just tethered to our electronic devices. And Khalid, you're a nice addition to the team. You weren't here last year. You wanted to be here, but you weren't. Tell me about your spare time activities. What do you do at home?
Well, I read books about astronomy. I go outside, and when I'm bored, I usually look at Dr. Whoopie books.
That's wonderful. And the reason you read astronomy books is you want to be an astronomer, don't you? Yeah, you'd like to find out as much as you can about the heavens because it's to infinity and beyond out there. We'll never know everything, but we're so curious about things out there. You keep up your good playing. Like I say, a good addition to the team. Let's get back to our game. 95 Beacon Heights, 65 Samuel Massie. Lots of points to give away. Darnell, start us out.
Zoo Parade for 20.
Zoo Parade, 20 points, teams. This is a little unsettling, but these larval forms of flies actually can clean wounds. Beacon Heights.
I'd like to pass it on to Victor.
Victor?
Maggots.
Maggots, yeah. They can clean wounds, infected wounds, better than surgeons can. I just don't necessarily want to look and see them do that. Go Red.
Science Potpourri for 10 points.
Potpourri for 10. Teams, what same-sounding word, what homonyms mean a kind of tuberous vegetable, and the rating system for how valuable a diamond is. Anissa.
Carrot.
A carrot, that's right. C-A-R-R-O-T and C-A-R-A-T. Good listening there. Go, Red.
Green things for 15.
Green things, 15 points. Look at the monitor in the studio, please. For 15 points, this guy was mistaken because to get a really, Anissa?
Victor.
Victor.
Johnny Appleseed.
That is Johnny Appleseed. He thought that to get a good tasting apple, you had to plant apple seeds, when in fact the best way to do it is to take a graft of a known juicy apple tree and graft it onto another one. Go Red.
Dayline Science for 10 points.
Dateline, 10 points. Teams, question is as follows. Because of a tracheotomy he got in 1985, the famous scientist Stephen J. Hawking lost the ability to do this. Samuel Massie. What can he do?
Walk.
Not walk. Good try. Because of a tracheotomy he got in 1985, famed scientist Stephen J. Hawking lost the ability to do what, Anissa?
Here.
Talk. Talk. A tracheotomy. The trachea, they had to make an incision here, so he talks via computer now. Try Red.
Body Systems for 15 points.
Body Systems, 15. Teams, if you are suffering atrial fibrillation, which of your organs is in trouble? Your heart. Your heart. Atrial fibrillation. It is just vibrating and not pumping. That's why you see those devices all over the place now that can shock the heart to defib the heart. Try Red.
Let's get physical for 15.
Get physical for 15 points. Teams, it was 100 years ago that Ernest Rutherford, the physicist, discovered that inside of every atom is one of these. A nucleus. A nucleus. Try again, Red.
Science Potpourri for 15.
Potpourri for 15 points. Teams, starting next year, 2,000 people who have paid $200,000 apiece will travel straight up to the edge of outer space, 62 miles. And for the next 2.5 hours, the plane will go up and down. And because of reduced gravity, they will experience what? Samuel Massie?
I would like to pass it to Khalid.
Okay.
They will experience zero gravity, like flying.
Okay. Yes, we will give that to you. Zero gravity, weightlessness. That's a synonym for that. Good. Go Red, or Green rather.
Zoo Parade for 25.
Zoo Parade, 25. Big one in that category, teams. We all have 5 senses, but a 6th sense. Donnell?
Seeing the dead, or seeing spirits or ghosts.
Not really. Not really. Good try. Beacon Heights. A 6th sense that a lot of animals like ourselves have is being able to detect these P-initial kinds of hormones that we produce. What are these P-initial chemicals called?
Pheromones.
Pheromones, that's it. Good, 25 points. Good comeback there. Beacon Heights, go.
Zoo Parade for 15.
Zoo Parade for 15 points. Teams, one of the most popular YouTube videos is of a New Caledonian crow that can be seen bending a piece of wire and using it to fish out a piece of food from a container, illustrating that it is one of the few animals that can make a what? A tool. A tool. Making a tool. Very few animals can make a tool. The crow and chimpanzees are among them. Try again, Red.
Let's get physical for 20.
Get physical for 20 points. Teams, here on Earth, rain is in the form of water. But on the moon Titan, which orbits this 6th planet in the solar system, it is made of methane. Samuel Massie. Yes, sir?
Saturn. Saturn?
It is Saturn. That's right. Khalid was going, okay, he's going through the mnemonic. Got it right. Good. Go. Great.
Daylight science for 20.
Dateline for 20 points. Teams, what famous 17th century physicist showed that white light going through a prism breaks up into a spectrum of colors and thereby explained how rainbows were formed? Who was this man who is better known for his study of gravity? Beacon Heights?
Isaac Newton.
Isaac Newton is right. Yes, good. Go. Come. Next time.
Daylight science for 15.
Dateline for 15 points. Teams, your question is as follows. Scientists have found 2 Earth-like planets in a distant galaxy, one of which has a year of just 6 days, meaning that it does what in just 6 days, this other Earth-like planet? Be specific. What does it do in just 6 days, Beacon Heights?
Orbit.
Orbits its own star. Absolutely right. Good. Go. Red.
Science potpourri for 20.
Potpourri for 20 points. Teams, in the new Mission Impossible movie, Tom Cruise climbs up the side of the tallest building in the world, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. He is wearing EM gloves, which stand for electro what kinds of gloves? Samuel Massie.
Electromagnet.
Electromagnetic gloves. Absolutely right. Good. Go. Green.
Body systems for 25.
Body systems 25. Big one in that category. Teams, a player for the Pittsburgh Steelers who suffers from sickle cell trait could not play in a playoff game in Denver because sickle cell trait reduces the amount of oxygen to your organs. When he played there before, he lost 2 of his organs. One of them is a place where blood is stored. Another is a place where your bile is stored. If you can give me either one, I'll give you 25 points. The organ where the blood is stored, the organ where the bile is stored. Which one? Give me one, Samuel.
Is one of them kidney?
No, not one. One of them is not a kidney. Good try. One of these 2 organs, both of those organs were lost by this player. Can you give me either one? Blood, where blood is stored, the other where bile is stored.
Liver.
Gallbladder is where the bile is stored. The spleen is where blood is stored. Try again, Green.
Science potpourri for 25.
Potpourri for 25 points. Teams, if you shine a white light through a prism and you get an array of colors, what S initial term describes that array of colors that you get? Beacon Heights.
I like to pass on to Ben.
Spectrum.
Spectrum. Good. Go.
Body systems for 20.
Body system, 20 points. Teams, your question is as follows. If you are a sports doctor on the sideline, you know if one of your players gets hurt, you have to remember the acronym RICE, meaning you rest, you apply ice, you apply compression, and you do this to the injury in order to increase the blood flow. What does the E stand for? What are you going to do to that injury to increase the blood flow? Come on, future doctors. You elevate it. You elevate it. Elevation is the E. 3 questions left. Red team, go.
Green things for 25.
Green things for 25 points. Teams, the skunk cabbage does produce a lot of stink, but it also produces a lot of this because it is thermogenic. Beacon Heights.
Heat.
Heat, absolutely right. It comes up and can actually burrow through the snow because it melts it as it goes along. Nicely done. Where next, Anissa?
Let's get physical for 25.
Get physical, 25. Big one in that category. Team, scientists still don't know what foam really is. Is it a solid? Is it a liquid? Is it a gas? I'm asking you. Tell me, which one is it? Samuel Massie. Yes, sir.
Is it a gas?
It is for 25 points. It is mostly gas. It's a little bit liquid, and it acts like a solid. One question left. 25 in Dateline. Here it is. One of the big events in science last year was on the program Jeopardy. Because a computer won, it was named for this assistant, Beacon Heights.
Watson.
It was Watson, yes, the assistant to Alexander Graham Bell. And with that, we come to the end of our game. It looks like Beacon Heights is going to the semifinals. We'll be right back.
Across America, service learning is helping students improve their grades and their communities. Service learning makes school exciting by connecting the classroom with community service projects.
Before service learning, I was just an ordinary student, causing mischief during class. After service learning started, I got so involved into it, I started paying attention more, picked up my grades.
Okay, very good.
Service learning absolutely drives academic success.
Working together, students solve real problems, build new skills, and apply their knowledge in a whole new way.
The great thing about service learning is it gives you this opportunity to go out into the world and do things hands-on.
Inside the classroom and out, service learning opens new doors and brings learning to life. Service learning can make a difference in your school. Visit Learn and Serve America at learnandserve.gov to find out how.
I knew I needed help paying for college. I've always wanted to be a teacher. I used to make worksheets for my friends to do. No one ever wanted to come over. My guidance counselor told me about federal student aid, and my mom helped me fill out the free application. I got the grants and loans that made school possible. There is a way to pay for school. You just have to find it. My name is Caitlin. I'm going to be a special education teacher. I'm going to live my dream.
For years, scientists have explored remote corners of the Earth, searching for exotic substances that might help prevent cancer. At last, man has discovered a secret place where powerful remedies can actually be found. Medical research shows that a vegetarian diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, can help prevent many types of cancer. Wherever you live, cancer prevention is as close as your grocery store. To learn more, call 866-906-WELL.
And welcome back. What a terrific game. Back and forth the whole time. These were some tough questions, but we had some really tough competitors. And not only are they smart young people, but they're great sportsmen that have been congratulating each other as well they should. Our final tally today is Samuel Massie 145, Beacon Heights 275. Congratulations, guys. You're going to the semifinals. Ben and Anissa and Victor. And standing back there, the very proud members of this Beacon Heights team. The sponsors, Mrs. Jenrette, Mr. Biller, and the wonderful principal, Miss Lynn Stewie, who is right here, has been with them the whole time. And the most important people standing back there, the alternates on the Beacon Heights team, Anaja and Manga. Congratulations to you. And Samuel Massie, let's see some big smiles over here. You guys are wonderful. Mikkel and Donnell and Khalid, you are just tremendous. I'm so glad all of you were here today. Ms. Mafate, thank you for being here, for the great job you do. And the sponsors back there, the alternates on the Samuel Massie team, Watia and Aja, thank you. I know how proud you are. Thank you for being here. We're going to see you next time on Science Bowl. Bye-bye now.